Today, we're talking about a startup that's trying to modernize construction site communication and coordination. Joining us is Mirza Naseer Ahmed Bey, who also happens to be the founder of ApexisPro.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Excited to finally share what we have been building.
Good that you could make the time out to come over here. Before we could get into the app itself, could you tell me a little bit about Apexis?
Apexis is a construction technology company which mainly focuses on hidden problems in the industry, communication chaos. Our product ApexisPro primarily focuses on helping architects, engineers, site contractors, students, designers of all fields, be it structural designer, engineer, interior designer, landscape designer, and entire project team.
So it's not just for architects?
Not just for architects.
Okay.
Majorly to manage site communications.
Okay. That's nice.
In a much more organized and structured way.
Most people outside, let's say, construction probably don't realize how messy communication could get.
Exactly. And honestly, people in the industry also have normalized this entire chaos. We don't realize, but in a single project, it can have in hundreds of drawings, thousands of photos, multiple consultants, contractor decisions, verifications done on site, revisions done on drawings, approvals, reports, records, communication, everything.
Yeah, I've faced this myself. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
And most of this happens through, you know what? WhatsApp.
Yeah, I mainly use WhatsApp myself. So.
Fair enough, because the entire industry is using WhatsApp because of its accessibility, ease of use, and people using it on a daily basis. But what is easy to use that way is also creating a lot of chaos later for them to figure out what happened, when it happened, who approved. All of these questions again raise this problem.
You know, funny story. Sometimes I sent my drawings to my mother on WhatsApp. It just happened.
Fair enough. You sharing your drawings with your mother should not be in the same field, same category, same bracket as you sharing the drawing with a contractor on site.
Yes.
You sharing it on WhatsApp, it's fine, because WhatsApp is still supposed to be used for regular communication, social chatting, messaging with families, do other things, businesses, other things, yes.
Yeah.
But it was never meant for project communication. But we have normalized that entire scenario.
It actually sounds convenient, but like until it isn't.
Yes. Just like as I said, WhatsApp is great for chatting, great for social messaging. But construction projects need structure, accountability, and traceability, which is missing.
Yeah, I think this is where we lose most of our time as well.
Yeah, just try, imagine trying to find a drawing revision from 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
A site instruction which you gave over a call. Something which was done on site, recorded, but it's not there with you anymore. Something which was approved, finalized, signed off over WhatsApp, but all you have to do is go through screenshots or
I'll just have to keep scrolling. Yeah.
And that loss of time is the major issue of contractors, engineers, architects majorly not being able to deliver on time. And that loss is a bigger loss than any other loss, because time loss is not recoverable.
So when did you realize that this issue needed a dedicated solution?
So being closely involved with projects from 10 plus years, I saw this problem project on project, offices with offices, teams on teams, year on year, every year, the same problem. And the problem precisely was teams were talented, offices are organized, but the site communication system is inefficient. People are spending more time on trying to find out what the right file was or the right detail was than executing the work.
No, this is actually very true, because I faced this issue myself, where I happened to release a drawing, which later was changed. And then I also happened to release the changed drawing. But then the people at site, the contractors, they executed the one which was not supposed to be followed. It just happens.
Yes, that happens with everybody. It happened with me. 10 years I've seen this issue continuously happening, not just with me, with people around me, with friends, architectural friends, designers. So that is the core issue what I'm trying to solve, with a lot of other things which will help accelerate the execution.
What exactly was the vision behind Apexis?
To create something simple enough for people on site to use daily,
Okay.
and powerful enough to use in the studios by everybody.
Okay.
We didn't want another overly complicated enterprise kind of a software. We wanted to build something which is practical, fast, clean, and especially in today's time in the country, mobile first.
So it's just an app which is on the mobile, or can be used on desktop as well?
As I told you, it's fast enough and clean and simple for people to use on site.
Okay.
So it's mobile first because that's where the communication problem is. But studios, architects, they release drawings via computers.
Mhm.
That is where mobile first can't happen. So we also have an interface for the computers to be used where people will upload, release, communicate through the systems. They don't get on the phone. That is where I would say it's a beautiful mix of both platforms, mobile and computer, to come together to make the work happen in a much better way on site.
So what exactly makes ApexisPro different from the other tools that are there in the market?
Three major things. If I have to just tell it out, it's built for real site conditions,
Okay.
simplicity, and structured communication. Three things. If I have to elaborate on this, I'll just tell you, most software is designed for offices and computers.
Uh-huh.
Nobody really thinks about real site communication when it comes to architects trying to release something and follow up on the detail what they have done.
Yes.
Designers in a way. Apexis was designed thinking about actual site execution as per the details what the architects thought of. Because architects put a lot of design thought in a lot of things, and when they go wrong, we are also the ones taking the blame that this wasn't released the right way. Whereas it was the site miscommunication or the wrong drawing followed, which had no traceability, that got the project delayed.
Correct.
So to make sure that that doesn't happen, we started doing this. The second point was the simplicity. As I told you, it's a very clean UI. The way it can be used, it's very intuitive. Anybody from any segment of the construction industry can use it.
So let it be a contractor or an educated person. Anyone is.
Any. And it's also available in 3 languages primarily.
Oh.
It's English, Hindi, and Telugu.
Okay. What's your take on who do you think benefits the most out of this?
So, if I have to say, everybody in the construction industry,
Okay.
everybody. Architects, they gain clarity. Site engineers, they gain confidence of following the right drawing. Contractors reduce confusion. Clients get a lot of transparency. Everybody involved in architectural industry, construction industry will benefit out of this.
Okay.
Because as I told in the beginning of the session, we are using WhatsApp for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's using the same thing. We are creating multiple groups. Different people from the industry are using WhatsApp. So whoever's using WhatsApp today for industry, construction process, they are going to use this. So it's not going to change the way they work in today's time, but it will only enhance the way they are working.
So
and
it's
make
the
it better.
entire environment that's going to benefit.
It is when the communication gets better, the project quality gets better.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so now that you've kickstarted ApexisPro and it's out in the market, where do you see Apexis going from here?
We want to become the operating layer for the construction communication.
Okay.
That is the vision. We are starting small. We are starting with whatever we can, but the intention, the longer run, the idea, the vision, as you asked, is to be the operational layer for people between sites and offices. These two places. Communication, when the communication gets stronger, more clearer, transparent, that is where the project makes much more. The project gets the benefit. Everybody in the field gets benefit out of it. The construction industry is slowly digitizing, right?
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of digitization to be done in the construction industry. We are still working in a lot of fragmented way. Long term, we would want to modernize, or I would say help modernize the way we connect the construction teams to the offices.
So now we have probably several architects, engineers, students, contractors watching this podcast. What would you like to say to them?
Technology, in my opinion, should reduce friction and not add more complexity. That is where a lot of softwares go wrong, in my opinion. we try to overbuild the software in a way that we try to incorporate everything into one. Or that this is a one-stop shop for everything, but that's not what we want. That will only complicate the entire situation. That is where Apexis has this clean intention, the clean drive to help only the communication for designers and the sites. They should reduce the site visits. They should have more control over the work being done on site, not when it's to be done. I keep telling people, ApexisPro is to see how the work is getting done, when is it getting done.
Correct.
That kind of recordability. That's it. There's not an ERP, enterprise resource planning kind of software.
I actually have this doubt. Yes.
This is not an ERP. This is not a project management tool. This is not where labor management or material management. There's no cost analysis. There is no tracking of the project that way. It's not for that. It's a replacement for the way we have been communicating with sites. That is the only thing Apexis is going to focus on.
So before we end this podcast, would you like to just help people out a bit by telling them where they can learn more about Apexis?
We have a website. You can visit our website. There's an entire interface where we have elaborately told and explained what this product is about. And I would like to request people to try this out on different stores, which is App Store, Apple App Store, and Google Play Store.
I'll be the first one to go immediately after this.
Thank you if you do that, because my request is try it on one project. See how it is. If it is actually benefiting you, and if it is benefiting you, then try it on more projects. Students can also use it to do group studies, site documentations, because for every project they have a site visit. During their educational academic years, they have to visit the sites, they have to document them, multiple groups go everywhere, they click pictures, they put it on cloud, they download it, they organize it in folders. That everything could be done in minutes if they use this. So anybody on site has this capability of documenting anything going wrong, anything going right, clarifications through this app.
So does this come under a paid module or how is it?
For now, it's a free module.
Okay.
What we have done is we have kept 2 months free for people to try, and if they try, if they like it, and once the free period gets done, then the subscription model starts. Right now we are in the trial phase.
Okay, so it's easier for people to first get the hang of it before actually spending money out of their own pockets, is it?
Yes, so because I understand, I'm also from the industry, right? So I understand that people will have this slight hesitation of trying out a new software while paying.
I mean, especially because everyone's so comfortable and used to WhatsApp.
Precisely. So just to get out of that zone and trying this out in a free way, they can try it on one project and see if it is actually going to make a difference, which I sincerely believe it will make the difference, the impact, because this product has already been started using on sites, and I have been getting good feedback that this has reduced a lot of resharing of drawings, a lot of questioning of how to do, when to do, how what is the detail to be followed, and the way the architects from the studios are getting information from the site on a daily basis and weekly reports, everything. So I have been getting a lot of good feedback. That's been right now used on about 40 projects by 8 different architects. So we are still a new company, right?
Yeah.
So that is still an achievement for me. So if people start using it out, trying it out, and then see if it is benefiting them, they can gladly take the subscription model.
Okay. How long do you think a person would take to, adjust to using the software? Let's say if they start off with one project.
Not more than a day.
Oh.
Not more than a day. In fact, it is so intuitive that it might not even take more than an hour to understand. But as a single person understanding, it might take an hour. Why I said one day is, if that person has to explain it to another person and to his side team to do all of this, it will take a day's time. Second day onwards, they can stop using WhatsApp, they can stop using Gmails, they can stop using drives to release hard copies and everything. They can start using it. It's a day's learning curve, very minimal. One day only to cater to different segments of the construction team. But to adapt to it, 1 hour. Just play around with the app and you will understand what all features you have, because they are plenty.
This might actually help me from, sharing the drawing with my mother.
Yeah. So if your mother is the client in the project, what you're doing, if you're doing your own house, then she can be onboarded as a client, and your father could be a contributor, that he's going to the sites, looking at it. You could be the admin of the thing. Now I'm talking in terms of the app terminology. That there are 3 roles: admin, contributor, clients. That is exactly where an architect comes, a site engineer comes, and the client comes, which, as I told you, creates more transparency for everybody to see what is going on inside. Because if this app is not there, people go to the site and create that transparency.
Correct.
Clients keep visiting, they keep calling. The architects are getting 1,000 calls a day. The designers are getting 50 calls a day
And that's
from
not
engineers for
catered to
everybody.
that.
Yes. Just imagine those calls not coming to you.
Yeah.
You can use that time to do so much more, to work on new projects, to help develop more teams. You have the right to use your time the best way possible, not the way we are doing it today.
Mhm. So before we end this podcast, is there anything else that you would like to put across?
Please try it out. I have told you about the app,
Yeah.
the vision, everything. Yes, I didn't try to get into the nitty gritty of the apps, but if you start using it, everything is very intuitive. Everything is right over there. Linking of documents, making sure that old drawing gets the do not follow tag on it. Photos being documented with timestamp and date stamp, also uploaded by whom. There are certain features like RFIs, request for information, snags, which can be assigned to somebody, and only once they answer to it that RFI is closed. It's very easy. It's very convenient for designers and site engineers to coordinate that. Thank you so much again, once again, for having me on board for this wonderful session. This was really nice.